Technology is everywhere. You are watching this video because of some technology. I made this video using some technology. No matter which aspect of our lives, technology is playing a very important role. But what does the growing use of technology means for India as a country, as a democracy, as a society? Well, if you want to know how technology is bringing a positive shift in India, well, here is the book. India's Techade, and it's not decade, but Techade. India's Techade by noted journalist and author Nalin Mehta. So let's understand what positivity technology is bringing into Indians' lives. Keep watching. Hello and welcome once again to Books Wale Bhaiya. I'm Abhishek and today I'm talking about India's Techade by Nalin Mehta. Nalin is a very senior journalist and author. Currently is the Dean of the Media School at UPES, University of Petroleum and Energy Studies at Dehradun. He previously wrote another book on the Bharatiya Janata Party, which I also reviewed. But this book, well, it's not about BJP, it's about India's technological revolution and how it is helping Indians live a better life. So this book talks about what technological innovations have been made in the last couple of, basically you say last decade, as the book also talks about the last 10 years, more like from the point of view when the Narendra Modi government came to power and how technology has helped change the lives of Indians for the better. So this book talks about what digital infrastructure the government or the Narendra Modi government has built and how it is helping in better delivery of government services. And it's not only about, say, making some payment online using a Paytm or some other app, but lot many things such as the Jan Dhan Yojana, which ensured that banks, almost every citizen of the country has access to a bank account, has access to their digital infrastructure so that it can make transactions, whether it's the government benefits which the technology ensured they reach to those people to whom it belonged to, and it also helped in plugging in various leakages which formed part of any government program earlier. These are some of the examples which I mentioned when I say that how technology is impacting Indians in a much better manner. So this book, as it talks about on page 24, Nalin talks about India's approach to technology, and it highlights that India's approach is built upon 4 pillars. It's providing digital financial infrastructure as a public good. It is encouraging private innovation. It is about creating a level playing field through a regulatory framework. And last one, empowering individuals through a data sharing framework that requires their consent. So, well, when I say about technology, please note it's not just youngsters spending more time on their mobiles and watching some movie or doing some updates on Instagram or Twitter. This is the positive impact we are talking about. So yes, what it talks about is that Indian government understood the importance of things like Aadhaar and how technology can actually bring various government services under that framework and helps in delivering these services to citizens in a better manner. In a way, this revolution, you can say to an extent, was started through Aadhaar, which was started somewhere around 2009, and this was the brainchild of Nandan Nilekani, who was the chairman of UIDAI. And yes, it was started in the era of Manmohan Singh, but as we know that the Bharatiya Janata Party came to power in 2014, and since then what has happened, as Nalin has highlighted, is that whatever we talk in terms of technology, it has increased many-fold. So yes, we have mobile users increasing many-fold. We have people who have access to 4G or 5G data. It is increasing many-fold. Very importantly, people who have access to the government services, in the sense the government benefits and all, that too has increased many-fold. And mind you, when I say many-fold, it's not a 40, 50 or 60% increase or a 2 or 3 times increase. It's multi-fold. So the government, through building a strong digital infrastructure, has been able to deliver its services in a much better manner to millions of Indians. Today, if you need to have some interaction with the government, you need not go to a government department and waiting for long hours to get some service done. You can all do it digitally. And those who talk about, say, a digital divide, that the poor do not have access to internet and all. First of all, as the data shows that the poor do also have access to an internet, because a mobile phone is practically being used by everyone, and with low cheap data, practically everyone, or at least a very large extent of Indians, are able to use technology to avail various government services. To enhance the scheme, in fact, government has on various services centers wherein someone who's technologically still challenged can avail the government services through these centers, and in return for practically paying nothing. So this is the positive impact it is bringing into the lives of Indians. It is helping them avail the services which they very much deserved. And also Nalin also talks about how this happened because the government took building this digital infrastructure very seriously. So whatever you can say was required in terms of the hardware, the regulatory framework, the government did pursue it very well, and then it invited private players. So for example, the entire digital infrastructure is given by the government, but when it comes to say making digital payments, you have companies like Paytm or PhonePe or Google Pay which is delivering the services. While in India we often talk about the government services or the government project being weak, being inefficient, and people always vouching for private services. Well, this is one area wherein you can say is the perfect example of a government and private sector collaboration and how they can actually join hands to build a better country to live in for everyone. So I think this is one of the biggest takeaways of this book, as you realize when the government really wants to do something, it can, provided they do have the intention to do so. And I think when it comes to technological advancements, this is the best example you can say, which is the government doing something and it's benefiting the masses. And very importantly, as the book mentioned, that it has helped in reducing corruption, because it has been weeding out various fake beneficiaries of government schemes. It has happened in many states in India, and we do expect that such things will actually continue in the future as well. Mind you, this book also talks about the skepticism which was there when India talked about using technology. So even many people in the current government were not that much hopeful about technology changing lives and all. They believed that okay, it may have some impact, but probably it will not reach that scale. But mind you, India has ensured that technology reaches practically every household, and the pace at which it has grown, this is one area where India has outshone even the Western countries. So what you can do in terms of digitization, in terms of digital services in India, well, not even many Western countries are up to that mark. So yes, this is one area where India has expanded exponentially and has beaten practically every other country, a fact which is recognized by even many tech CEOs or even people in important positions, that India is doing fantastic when it comes to technological advancement and in ensuring that this technology reaches out to every household. So I remember we used to talk about digital divide, and we still talk about digital divide, but well, reading this book makes you realize that while if there was a divide, and there was a divide, this divide is definitely reducing day by day, and whether rich or poor, they're using the same services and availing the same benefits. The book also talks about some of the issues about technology related to data production and all. And interestingly, when the time this book was released, during those same days, the government launched new laws related to digitization and digital laws. And yes, this book also covers about that. So I would say that all in all, you get to know all about how technology is helping India. And as I said at the beginning, that mind you, technology is not just about India just spending more time on Facebook or Instagram. This is a real game changer for India, and we just hope that this technological revolution continues and keep helping India. So if you really want to understand what impact technology has, I strongly recommend this book. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you liked the video. Please give a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you.